if I give you some functions and ask you to do different things with them, given f of x equal to 6x squared minus 5x, g of x equal to 2x, h of x equal to 14x squared. So using these three functions, I want you to find f plus g, f minus g, g times h, so make sure you pick the correct function, okay? And then h divided by g. Let's start with that. Yeah, I just need to add them together, right? So we have 6x squared minus 5x. All I need to do is plus 2x. And I would suggest you to write it out. Bless you. In case you make a mistake, I can give you partial credit, right? So the answer for this will be minus 3x. So are we okay with that? Second one, I just need to subtract, right? But make sure you pick the correct functions. So the f function need to subtract the g function. So now I get 6x squared minus 7x. So this question are designed to give you points, okay? There was like some semester people leave all this blank. I was like, oh, this hurt. You should get every single point of it. Okay, the next one you have to be careful because I don't start with f anymore, right? I start with g. So g is 2x times 14x squared. Together we have 28x to the third power. Good job. And then h need to divide it by g. So h is what? 14x squared divided by 2x. And that would give me 7x. So we okay with that? We have f of g of x and also g of f of x. What does that mean?
Whenever you use the equation,
you use f as your base and then what? Plug in g of x. And what is g of x again? The given g of x is what? 2x. So we replace the g of x with 2x. And then f of x, say I'm supposed to do 6 times something square minus 5 times something, right? And what do I plug in? 2x. So what do I get here? 6 times 4x squared minus 10x. So together we will have 24x squared minus 10x. Are we okay with this? We will have one like this on the exam and also final exam. Alright, the next one is, oh, I don't know why I write this. Hold on. Questions? Get what? 4x squared is 2x times 2x. Is 2x perfect square, okay? Okay, I write down the next question wrong. It was f of g of -1. So these two almost look the same, right? If I have f of g of x, all I need to do is what? Plug in a -1 where x is, so 24 times -1 squared, right? Minus 10 times -1. So -1 times -1 is +1. So I'm going to have just 24, right? And then the last two part will be plus 10. Together we have 34. Are we okay with this?
Sorry, the screen got cut up a little bit, so I'm gonna put this on here. You can pause the videos and write down what you have missed, okay? Sorry.
Let's keep going so you can see everything. Alright, the next one asks you to find the inverse of functions. f of x equal to 14x plus 5. So how do we find inverse of function? Inverse of function, the main step is we are switching x and y. Very good. So the steps are, first I'm going to switch my f of x become y, so we can then switch x and y, right, to make an inverse. And then I need to find a function, so I'm going to need to solve for y to get a function form, and then the y finally need to be replaced by inverse of a function. Okay, so go ahead and change the first step. My f of x become y equal to 14x plus 5. Then we will switch x and y. After that, solve for y by moving the 5. And then finally, divide 14 both sides, so y equal to x minus 5 divided by 14. Final answer? What else do I need to do? Change the y to inverse of a function. Okay? So the first exam we will have one like that, but more straightforward.